Okay. My storage facility has changed the rules. The property has just changed ownership. Now they want a copy of the title and what ownership papers. I don't even know what that is if it's not a title. They want a copy of the insurance, and if it's not insured, you have to get insurance. Um, Everything has to be up and running and in good order. Has to have a current tag, um, and this is this is not storage. This is parking. If I had this, I'd park it at my house. I mean, it's looking like they don't want my business, and I've paid on time and in full, every month for almost 3 years now. Um, Now it's her property, of course, and she's free to set whatever policies she wants. And if she does not want to keep me as a customer, fine. But I'd like to work something out so that so I don't have to drop everything and accelerate my time schedule. For getting my RVs fixed up. I'd like to keep them there. While I'm working on them. And if that's just not going to work for them, I'll move them. But I'll be dipped if I'm going to drop everything and make it a top priority of mine. They can just they're not going to be out anything while I'm getting them out of there because they're going to keep getting their regular monthly, their monthly storage units, so they're not going to be out any damages. Anyway, let's give this lady a call and see what happens. Okay, let's see if this works. Hello. Hey, this is Robin Hood calling. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you.
Oh,
Um,
no, that's fine. That's fine. Everybody has other things going on. That's perfectly fine.
yes, ma'am. I was out of town and just got back in. Um,
No, I hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend.
yes, ma'am. It was very good. Hope you had one as well. Uh,
Yes.
the reason I'm calling is because I got a letter here. Apparently, you are the proud new owner of a storage facility, um,
I am.
and it looks like you're instituting some new rules. Um,
I am.
and I mean, it's your property, and you're free to do what you want to with it. And I would not dream of presuming to tell you what you can and can't do with your own property. So I just want to make that clear, that I don't want to be that guy. Uh,
Uh-huh.
However, I have these two old RVs. They're GMC Motorhomes, and I'm in the process of restoring them. And it is not a fast process. It is not a cheap process. Uh, and the reason that I have them stored is because, well, that's what you do. I mean, the rules that you've got here. I mean, this isn't storage. This is parking. Um, and I mean, the reason we take things to storage facilities is because they're big and ugly, and we don't want them around our houses. Um,
And they're big and they're ugly, and I don't want them around my new storage.
I
So we have slowly, that's one of my new rules. I'm also a member of my local chamber of my town. That is the rule that we have applied into our town ordinance. So that way people don't have just rundown things around their house to keep our town pretty.
Yes, ma'am. But where does that leave the automotive hobby? People that restore, old vehicles. I mean, what to one person is
And
an
it's not, I can't answer that question for you. It will not be a storage. I inherited the mini storage from my father. I
hmm
did inherit it. I grew up on that mini storage. I was there when it was built. I've been through the whole mini storage, the whole process. My father died unexpectedly, so I have become a proud owner along with my other profession that I do. But one of my main things is cleaning it up. And I mean, and cleaning it up. I mean, there's some tenants that have moved out that they're not happy with some of my new rules. But I don't want to be an eyesore. You don't want that in front of your house. And being a lawyer, I would hope you wouldn't want that in front of your place of employment. I wouldn't want it in front of my place of employment.
Not until I get it fixed up, no. I mean, once I get it fixed up, I'd kind of like to turn it into a mobile law office. I mean, once it's all painted and shiny and the inside is fully restored.
To bring it back when it is a running, beautiful machine. But that's one of the things is we're just trying to clean it up. We're trying to fix a bunch of stuff. We're trying to bring it back to life that it was that I remember. And you will notice the next time you go in there that over half of those rundown vehicles have already been taken off or towed off at the owner's expense.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, I see. I understand where you're coming from. And I will.
I really do. I mean, you're a great paying customer. You pay every month. But I mean, I can't say it's okay for you to do it when I can't say the guy next door to you do it. I'm just trying to make it a more presentable establishment.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. I will do everything that I can to get my vehicles moved as quickly as possible. However, I cannot promise that is going to be by June 15th. You know, now.
You just have it like that by the end of June. We'll give you 30 days. I mean, the end of June, the 1st of July, we're good to go.
Okay. And I don't know that, I mean, I'm going to make every effort. What I'm saying is that I don't know that it might be July. I mean, I might be into July. I might even be into August.
We're not going to be into August. The contract states you have 30 days once I make reference. Okay. That's my thing, is I'm trying to clean it up. By then, there will be a lot of improvements made by the end of July, and one of them will be all of that stuff will be gone.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna make every effort to work with you.
Okay.
Can you give?
If you make effort, that is great. That is great. If you make some type of effort, keep in touch with me that you're making an effort. We're good.
Because it takes time to get wheels. I mean, I've got to jack these things up. I mean, changing the wheels out. I mean, because you got to have good rubber. You know, the tires on them are dry rotted and are unsafe. So, I mean, I've got to pull the wheels off, take the wheels somewhere, get tires mounted, put them back on, lower it back down.
I get all that.
It's a process.
It's a process. It's not going to take you a 2-month process, but it's a process.
Well, I promise you, I'll do it as quick as I can. Can you give me the name of your attorney?
My name of my attorney lets me pull it. Let me tell you what. Is this your cell phone number? Can I text it to you?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, now you're wanting to talk to my attorney.
Oh, no, I'm not. Just in case. I mean, just in case.
Okay. Well, I mean, and my attorney made reference to let you know that, I pulled your, like I said, this is all new to me. I pulled your lease out to make sure, that I was on the same guidelines and all that stuff. In section 23, it's either 23 or 22, it states that I can change all conditions. But also, I'm a new owner, so those leases are not even binding anymore. I mean, I can make you come back in and sign a whole new lease.
Yes, ma'am. And I may have to discuss damages with him so that, I mean, it's like, well, tell him, hey, look, Mr. Smith, if I'm not able to get this out until August, what kind of damages am I looking at?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you make an effort, I mean, if I see you trying to put wheels on it and you trying to move it, I'm not going to get upset.
Okay.
But I don't want to, it come October the 1st and they look the same that they did May the 28th, and, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to tow them.
Yes,
because, I mean, I've already had some towed out. I don't want them to be bad water, because then you come up and say, well, I was gonna get rid of them this weekend. Does that make sense? I mean, as long as you make an effort, you keep me updated,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm good to go.
I promise you, I will keep you updated on my progress on getting my vehicles up, running, and and out of there.